are in the second video of lesson 3, and we're talking a little bit about exponents and powers of 10. So here's 10 to the, here's this. How do we read this? Yes, 10 to the third power. 10 to the third power. And what is 10 to the third power? It is the same as 1,000. It is the same as 10 times 10 times 10. Okay? A number can be written as a power of 10, or as 10 with an exponent, or as the product of 10. Okay? So 100 is a power of 10. What's another power of 10? 10,000 is a power of 10. 10 is a power of 10, right? As long as it can be tens multiplied together or 10 with an exponent, it's going to be called the power of 10, okay? How do you know that a number is a power of 10? It's going to have only 10 as factors that multiply together. Okay, so like how 1,000 is 10 times 10 times 10, right? There's no 3s or 4s or 6s in there, right? It's only 10s. And we only have zeros, okay? That's how we know that it's a power of 10. Now, when you have a number in exponential form, right? Remember, exponential form, right here, exponential form. When we have a number in exponential form, like 10 to the power of 3, or let's say 10 to the power of 4, how many zeros would be in that product? That's question number 1 for you in Edpuzzle. 10 to the power of 4, how many zeros are in that product? And then I have question number 2 for you right after it in Edpuzzle. Can you use the number of zeros to help you write the power of 10, such as 10,000 in exponential form? How? Please complete those in Edpuzzle, and we're going to keep going. Is counting the number of zeros the only way that you can determine the exponent to use? Can we only figure it out by counting zeros? Well, no. We can think about how many times we're multiplying by 10. We can use our place value chart, right? 1, 2, 3, right? We can do that. We can see 1 dot, arrows, arrows, right? So that would be 3. Here's 3, right? So there's many different ways that we can do it. All right, so we have one more chart down here to look at, which is just 10. Okay, so how many 10s do we multiply to equal 10? Just one, right? Yeah. Okay, so how do we show 10 on the place value chart? Just 1 dot. And what does the exponential form of 10 look like? Just 10. We could put a to the power of 1 here, but we really only need to write 10. Okay, got it? Excellent job. All right, let's move on. And I'm going to put some numbers on the board here. And I want you to record these on the back of page 27. So go to the back of page 27. It's a blank page, and you're going to be writing down what I'm putting on the screen here. Okay, so we're going to write an equation that shows shows each power of 10 equal to a multiplication expression that uses only tens, right? Of course, we're using only tens. And so 10 to the second power, it's also called 10 squared. All right, you're writing that down. And that is, oh, I think I have to hide these. That is 10 times 10. Okay, so please make sure you're writing that down. Leave yourself some space because we've got a few to record, like write kind of small. 10 to the second power, 10 squared is 10 times 10. All right, how about 10 to the third power? What equation does that equal? 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, make sure you're writing this down. This is your notes. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause me and write it down. Okay, 10 to the fifth power. What is the multiplication equation to show that? 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, right? 5 tens, right? This just means 10 times itself 5 times, right? Okay, 10 to the 6th power, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, right? 6 of them. 10 times itself 6 times. 10 to the 4th power. And like I said, if I'm going too fast, just pause me, write them down. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, right? 4 of them. 10 to the 1st power, the one we just talked about, just 10. Okay? Make sure that you have those written down. And we're going to do a little bit more. So you're going to have to write some more on the back of page 27. If you don't have space, look for another page where you can write it, but make sure you show it to me when you come for your mastery check. All right? Write an equation that shows each number rewritten in exponential form. So now we're starting with the standard form, the regular way we write a number, and now we're writing it in exponential form. How do we know that it's 10 to the 3rd power? Well, 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. And we also see 3 zeros. That means it's going to be a power of 3. Okay? 10 to the 3rd power. Make sure you're writing 100,000 equals, and then the exponential form. That's right, 10 to the 5th power. (100), 10 to the 2nd power, 10,000, 10 to the 4th power, 10, 10 to the 1st power, 1,000,000, 10 to the 6th power. Okay, make sure you have this all copied down on page 20, the back of page 27, or somewhere else in your book. Okay, excellent job. All right, now continuing in your Learn book, we're going to be on page 29 and we're going to do some problems together. Okay, just continuing to practice this. Now we're on page 29 and you see there number 1, 10,000 times 100. Okay, you can write the answer in there for 10,000 times 100. You might be going, let's use the abbreviation. Let's do it the quick way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 to the 6th power, right? Or maybe you want to write it out in standard form and you're going to put 6 zeros, which would be the same as 1,000,000. Whoops, sorry, that should be a 0. 1,000,000, right? Okay, you're welcome to use your place value chart to look at that as well, to think about, okay, I'm at 10,000, I'm going to multiply by 100, so it's going to go 2 times over, and I'm going to end up at 1,000,000. Okay, now 1,000 times 10 to the 3rd power, I could say, yep, there's 3 zeros, and here's a 3, so that also will be 10 to the 6th power, or 1,000,000, right? You can write it. Okay, I can write it to 1,000,000. Both of these answers are correct, right? This one's just a lot faster to write, isn't it? Okay, all right. Let's go to number 3. Okay, and you know what? Let's start on number 3 in our next video. All right, thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Good job.